I think what people need to understand is that there is no quick fix. And I feel like myself personally, I can revert to those old behaviors like that. Like it is,
Yeah.
there are often days where I feel like I am one step forward and then two steps back. And I can go through that cycle a million times in a 24-hour period. And, despite the perspective that I think everybody sees and believes when we're out in the public and when we're sharing our story and we're on social media and, all these pictures of our life that, that make us look like everything is all together. I assure you, it is not always that way. And that's the reality of any relationship. But I think that we've just become more aware of it through just our own recovery, basically. And I think there's a lot of people that walk around and don't talk about the things that we talk about. And they don't communicate with their spouses the way that we communicate. And, it's like I say, it's not like we aren't going back to those old ways and fighting like cats and dogs. And, like, I don't know, like I feel like some days when we're in those places, in that really dark space for both of us, we become each other's target. And I think that's a pretty natural thing. I think a lot of people go through that. And like you mentioned, the most valuable piece in all that is somewhere deep down inside, we know we're going to come back around to the part where we sit down and we talk and we hash it out. And I think that's a piece that's missing in a lot of people's lives. And there's kind of conflict everywhere. This isn't all like hearts and flowers and all growth and inspiration, and we're motivated every day. We're conflicted with each other. We're conflicted with our children, with our extended family, with our friends. These are all things that require daily effort on our parts to work through. Not sure if you were going to say anything there.
I'm waiting because I'm just letting you talk.
No, go ahead.
Letting you talk.
Please, go ahead.
Yeah, and I agree with that. It sounded a little dark, though, but it's true.
You know what, though?
But I think
it
starts with self, though. Even, like, if you and I are going to talk and communicate, I do think that there's couples that do a lot of talking, but I think it's the problem that they feel like they're not getting anywhere is because it's the wrong type of talking.
Right.
The communication, if you don't pay attention to what you need, then you don't have no idea how to ask for it. You have no idea how to express it. You have no idea what your boundaries are. You have no idea what you're feeling. And therefore, you're walking through life reacting. Mm-hmm. And when we react, it's usually because when it's time to react, like, have you ever seen that quiet person? And then when they get angry, that's the scariest person on the planet.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the outgoing guy saying, listen, that pissed me off and blah, blah, blah. That guy's always going to get to that level. Mm-hmm. And then that's about it. But these quiet people, so reacting.
Right.
A reaction is usually not the greatest thing. It's good in sports and stuff like that because things are fast. And that's kind of how life comes at you. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have to be. In fact, you can slow that down. You can slow life down. Mm-hmm. And so when it comes time for you and I to start communicating, that's why we promote morning routine and stuff. Mm-hmm. Because when I do come out and see that you're struggling, well, I'm already kind of in a place. I don't have to be feeling good, but I know how I feel. Mm-hmm. So I know, hey, do you want to talk about it? I'm not going to ask you to, hey, do you want to talk about it if I have nothing to give myself? Mm-hmm. That's where that baking soda, what is that? That's a reaction. Vinegar and baking soda is a reaction.
Right.
So to be proactive in taking a look at yourself, understanding how you feel, what are your boundaries? Mm-hmm. I can't help you today. I need to go hide right now. Like I'm not, or I can absolutely. Do you want to ever sit down and talk? Because I have a lot to give, just even if it's a hug or whatever.